Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be going over all of the War of Champions Season 5 information with regards to the character involved, milestones, towers, all the information including when you can transfer, this sort of thing. I've been PM'd quite a lot about all these different topics. Well, hopefully they're all going to be answered here. As you can see on the screen, we have got a character on the screen. I have previewed this character to a certain extent already. If you want to go and check that out on my channel, there may be going to be a link in the top right hand corner right now, just linking you to that. Just a sneak peek. I hope to do a full-on mechanics preview when it comes to how his skills actually work and so on and so forth, just to see, you know, the gameplay later on this week. But it is nice to see a little sneak peek of him on my channel if you want to go check that out. We'll read through the information. It says, hello survivors, our War Season 5 of Champions, our War Season 5 War of Champions is approaching fast, and we're excited to share the exclusive fighter rewards, transfer information, and more. It says War of Champions region transfers, the top 100 War Season 5 scoring factions, which are listed below. I think there's going to be a link to it probably. We will receive access to the War of Champions region. Players in those factions will also have their region transfer cooldowns reset and will be given a region transfer key. For this, players must be in the qualifying faction on Sunday, January the 15th, 2023 at 4 PM Pacific time. To prevent region transfer errors and server load issues, we'll be sending out region transfer keys in waves by faction starting tentatively Monday, January 16th. Thursday, January 19th, 2023 at 4 PM, the War of Champions region will close, so make sure you transfer before Thursday. So, generally speaking, transfer as soon as you can. There aren't going to be any faction events most likely during this time because that would block transfers, so it's going to be all solo stuff anyway. And you can just chill out in the War of Champions region, fighting out with 3,000 people for the top 1,000 rewards. If players wish to compete in War of Champions, they must transfer to War of Champions region by that date. Players can expect solo tournaments during the window between region transfers being sent to War of Champions to make it easy for the transfer. To help with region transfer, we have removed Trainer Frenzy event rewards for the solo level up tournaments. Players can expect an inbox message on Thursday, January 19th, with compensation of 4,000 moon pendants, which I believe is going to be 10 openings of the advanced crates, which is actually pretty good. 2 times level up first place rank rewards for this inconvenience. That's actually pretty good. So basically you're winning 2 level ups for War of Champions taking place. That's a bonus. Here's the transfer window informations. Rank 1 to 6 is going to be able to transfer on the 23rd of the 6th, and then so on and so forth. It's just going to go like hourly windows by the looks of things. It's not too crazy. It's not too crazy. And up until the 17th for 93rd to 100th place. It says Monday, January 24th, 2023, we will reset War of Champions players and faction region transfer cooldowns and begin sending transfer keys in waves once again. And this is so people can leave the War of Champions region and return to whatever region they wish to. They don't have to return back to their main region. They can go to a new region. It's up to you how you want to play things out. Faction events will continue to be on hold for the week after War of Champions to make for easy transfer. All remaining players in the War of Champions region on Thursday, January 27th, 2023 will be sent to a region of our choosing. We'll reopen region transfers for all players in the future. Keep an eye on the official blog for more information. Now, it is worth noting that obviously transfers are closed in general. And I have even got this information for like questions from people who aren't going to War of Champions. Yes, transfers are going to be opening, so you will be able to change regions even if you're not attending after War of Champions has ended. It does talk about the collusion. Once again, we have zero tolerance policy in place with regard to collusion when it comes to War of Champions. What is collusion of War of Champions? Farming or feeding points purposely by repairing repeatedly to help other factions move up to the higher rank. Repairing one camp at a time, and chaining repairs in order to stall out a team and slow their progress. Now, this second one is a bit different. I have seen some people do this in qualifiers, so if that's going to be bannable offense, that's actually going to be interesting. Our team will be monitoring scores of players and factions to make sure the integrity of the competition is maintained during our War of Champions. Action will be taken on an account that is found to be involved in these events or these actions during War of Champions. Here is the exclusive character. It is Argus, guys. You guys guessed it right. I guess it was a bit obvious. The Tommy guns, I think, were the big giveaway. The hat was nice, but it is going to be Argus. He does seem like a pretty cool character. Pretty decent potential. Can team up with some nice characters as well. Like I said, I have given this character a little sneak peek on what he has to offer. If you want to go check that out on my channel. I do like the visuals. A lot of dragon motifs on this character, which is very War of Champions. So yeah, that's cool. We also have a picture of the avatar. and you'll be able to get the avatar based on positions in war. So you can see bronze, silver, and gold. But there is also this iron one, I think it's going to be, or steel maybe, on the far left, which is going to be based on just, you know, you're getting to a certain milestone. I think in the last World Champions it might have been as low as 5,000. It wasn't anything crazy, but this is just basically, yes, I attended, yes, I scored a little bit, and I got an avatar. This was brought back in the last World Champions, which is great. It says, once again, we'll be rewarding World Champions players with placement and participation avatars to their epic achievements. These will be delivered for first, second, third place rewards, and the participation avatar via 5,000 points. So it's going to be the same as last time. Now here's the World Champions Season 5 exclusive weapon, and it is the Savage Dual Dragon Cannons. Instantly I thought, well, yo, this has to be an alpha weapon, but it's not. It's just Savage Dual Dragon Cannons. But I guess because it's going to be renamed after the faction that actually wins, so it could be potentially, you know, Walkers again. They could have their third weapon in a row. It could be a new faction. We'll have to see. It's got 45% attack, a huge bonus to AP when attacking, improved double attack and crit up when attacking, and a 60% chance to make a second attack with a 175% attack and get 40 crit for 2 turns. And then it has an improved 1535, which basically just means it's 2535, where you get 25% attack and 35 crit to this character and all adjacent teammates. It's quite a nice weapon. I think it's pretty good. There's obviously some tough characters out there that can use this, the likes of Raven, potentially. She has got the improved double attack already, but this will be giving her better damage in the 4 slot rather than a guaranteed crit. It's up to you which way you would want to go on that. And then it just says there's going to be an exclusive weapon, which you can see above. I believe first place will receive this, and it will be named after them. Not only this, the weapon have unique art, but the winning faction will have the special 5-star weapon named after the faction. To further celebrate the faction's achievements as best in the game, all players in the game will have an opportunity to purchase this World Champions weapon for a limited time. This happens for about a week, and this weapon never comes back, guys. So if you are interested in this weapon when it gets sold, I think in the past it's been like $15. If you are interested in the weapon, you have to pick it up in that week. They never bring it back. That's it. The Walking Dead team will provide the art and stats of this exclusive weapon and will attach the winning faction's name. We've already seen the art. We've already seen the stats. In the past, they have hidden the weapon, whereas this time they've revealed it, which is good. I think in the past, maybe they haven't 100% finalized the weapon up until after War of Champions. So it looks like this could potentially just go on sale straight after War of Champions finishes. And then it just says if the name of the faction does not obey the terms of service, they could potentially just reject the name or alter the name in some way. There is going to be the Paragon mod rewards, and this was a point of contention with a lot of people because in the past we did get to choose the set, but also we knew what the mod was going to be, whereas now we don't. And personally, I'd love it if they change this, not for this World Champions because it's too late, of course, but in the future, where basically you roll a mod, then you choose which set you want it to be, rather than you choose the set, then you roll the mod, because what difference does it make what set you choose when you first do it? I could choose 5 attack mods here and get 5 defensive ones, you know? And then I'm screwed. The choice of the set really doesn't make that much of a difference unless you know what the mod is. So if you could do it the other way around, that would be really nice, thanks. But it's going to be 5 mods, you choose the set, and the random stat is going to come out. Collectible coins. We will be once again reward the top 3 factions with collectible coins. That means if you win or come second or come third, make sure you contact Scopely in whatever form that you're meant to and collect your coins, just because I believe this sometimes people just haven't, and then like 3 months later they've been like, where's my coin? It doesn't work like that. You have to actually message them very, very soon. There is going to be the war banner rename as well, just kind of like the weapon. If you win, your faction name will go on the banner on war, which is kind of cool. Okay, so now we have the War of Champions AOW and CRW information, because while there is going to be a War of Champions AOW, because it's going to be just one region, there is going to be multi-region CRWs for everybody else who isn't attending. And basically it's one of the nicer wars for a lot of people because they have a good chance of potentially winning where they wouldn't otherwise. The map is going to be 8 versus 8 as obvious. War defense teams is 3. Lives per war defense is 2. Strongholds is going to be 3. Repairs are as follows. 15 seconds. It's going to be 50 coins to skip repair timer, but obviously 15 seconds isn't that long. Then you've got 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then 20 minutes. And then obviously the 20-minute one is got a massive coin amount because I don't think they have the technology to make it so that you can't repair. So they put a crazy coin amount on here to just make it so that you can't repair, because no one's going to have whatever that is, you know. It's like 2 billion coins. Retreat timer is going to be 5 minutes, and you can see the mercenaries as follows. First at 2 minutes, then 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and then 5 minutes. Max war energy is going to be 8. Siege durations are going to be 20. Remember, the repairs are 10 and 15, so you can maybe get away with the second repair and, you know, by natural. But you're going to have to start coining if you want to get to that third repair. Camp shield cooldowns 3 minutes. Stronghold shield cooldowns 2 minutes. Hopefully there's no issues. I'm guessing they're going to have a little bit, you know, more of a microscope on it this time around, as a previous war just randomly changed during war. Definitely wouldn't be good for War of Champions, that's for sure. We're going to have surviving team bonuses based on your defenses, and it's going to be bonus faction points and solo points, as you can see on the screen. I don't think anything's really changed here. Then we have the strongholds. This is going to be interesting. All alert and tough teammates get 30% attack for 1 turn when attacking enemies and strongholds. And then we have the same, but it's going to be fast and strong. And then the last tower is all teammates get a huge bonus to AP when attacking enemies and strongholds. I think we had this in the last qualifier, pretty much identical. But I don't think it was a huge bonus to AP. I think it was just 10 AP. It might just be, you know, written as 10 AP on the tower, but here it's just telling you it's a huge bonus. Then we have the World Champions actual rewards. And if you come in first place, you get 6,000 Ultra tokens and the first place avatar gold crate, which I think would be the gold avatar we saw above. Second place is 5.5k Ultra with the second place avatar. And in third place, it's going to be the 4.5k Ultra plus the third place avatar. Now remember, in first place, you would also get that weapon. Just for your information, it isn't listed here, but you do also get that weapon. And if you're in the top 3, you get those opportunity to ask for those real life like medals if you want them to be sent through to you into your address, you know. You also get some gear medal boxes and steel gear medals on the right hand side. If you still need to tear up some characters right now, you're kind of screwed, because these are going to come out after the event, but it's obviously good for future characters. Then it's going to scale down 4.3k Ultra, and it'll scale all the way down, I'm guessing, to 3k, because 3k is the top reward in a normal war, you know, normal CRW. So if you attend this War of Champions, even if you come last, you're getting the same rewards in the Ultra token slot as you would in first place in a normal CRW, which is actually pretty decent. The other stuff is a bit lower though. 8 gear medal boxes and 100 steel gear medals as the other rewards. Then we have the CRW milestones. It'll be interesting to see how they're going to distribute the character. You can see that the first reward is going to be 3,000 Ultra tokens. Then the second is going to be 2,500. Oh, this is going to be, sorry. I think they've listed it wrong here. Let me just double check. Okay, yeah. This isn't milestones. This is CRW rank rewards, not milestones. This is normal CRWs. If you're not attending War of Champions, this is what you're going to have as your rewards. It's basically going to be a normal CRW by the looks of things. Scaling down to 100th place. Then we have the War of Champions milestones. 5,000, you're going to get that WOC participation avatar. You're also going to get some silver mythics. And then you're going to get some refill choice boxes on the right hand side. As we scroll down, you're going to get some more Ultra tokens. And it's 100,000 points to get 5 times gold mythic Argos, which I don't think is going to be too hard to come by, honestly. You do score a little bit faster nowadays. So getting 5 copies of Argus seems very straightforward. So you're not going to have any split copies where you like could potentially come out with like 4, which wouldn't be as good as 5, obviously. So hit 100k points in War of Champions and you will come out with an Argus, which is great at LB3. And it looks like the amount of Ultra tokens you can get here is somewhere in the region of another 3 or 4, maybe 4k. I'm going to guess it's around 4k. And then making it 10,000 if you do actually win War of Champions. Then we have the War of Champions CRW War Milestones. I'm guessing this is... Oh, yeah, I guess this is the non-War of Champions milestones. I think this is probably going to be just like usual. I think this adds up to around about 2k Ultra if you get to 200k. Then you're going to be able to get some Mythic Recruit tokens for silvers, energy refills on the right-hand side as well. Then we have the faction missions. This is going to be actually kind of interesting if they're going to do anything different for the World Champions faction missions, because we're not going to have any of the War Season 5 tokens here. It looks like we just got trainers, military supplies, and gear, and that's pretty much what it's going to be. I guess you could obviously use this stuff on Argus when you get him, so it's not terrible. You know, stuff's going to be required. Lots of choice boxes by the looks of things. Let's have a little look. 12, 15, 16. So you're going to get 16 Madeline or Maddox choice boxes, which is enough to upgrade fully upgrade a character on their passive. So basically it looks like enough to fully upgrade Argus, which is actually pretty cool there. And then the CRW faction missions. If you're not attending CRW, attending War of Champions, it's so weird that they're saying War of Champions CRW, wouldn't it be? Yeah, anyway. If you're not attending War of Champions, this is going to be the rewards. It's just a little bit scaled down on the War of Champions ones, but you're going to get the same kind of rewards when it comes to like Lilith, so on and so forth. But you're going to get gold mythic tokens instead of the military supplies. No, instead of the mythic gear choice boxes by the looks of things. You have to win the same amount of war battles. It's going to be 2,500 overall. And then here is some confirmation on what is in those choice boxes. Then here's the top 100 factions. I'm just going to quickly scroll through this. We have gone over this information already. If you see your faction here, give them a shout out in the chat, guys, if you see your faction. Lots of factions here. So up to 3,000 people will qualify and participate in War of Champions, going for the rewards that we saw above. And that's the top 100. Okay, so this was War of Champions Season 5 information. Characters, CRW, actual like rewards when it's like milestones and placement rewards. A little bit different than your normal CRW because this is an AOW with 100 factions. So they want to reward pretty much everyone who's going to be going quite heavily. So even the last place reward is just as good as the first place reward in a normal CRW. That's kind of how it works in War of Champions. I think the milestones look pretty good when it comes to acquiring Argus. You might even be able to use him quite heavily in War of Champions itself if you get some early scoring in, which is actually kind of cool. And yeah, it's going to be one of the, you war because you're happy to war rather than war because you feel like you have to, which I think is the best way they can approach war in any sort of a setting, especially War of Champions, because most people who come to War of Champions war because they want to war. It's pretty much as simple as that. I've got a little bit of not too happy about how the mods are working and stuff like that, but I can kind of understand it to a certain extent. But I would prefer maybe less mods and you have a better choice rather than more mods and RNG. I don't know. I think there's probably a better way to do things, but I can't really think of anything, so that is the way it is at the moment. But if you have any thoughts on the War of Champions rewards, setup, all that good stuff, let me know in the comments down below. I want to thank you very much for tuning in to this video, guys. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.